My heart pounded in my chest. My palms were slick with sweat. In front of me stood a microphone, and beyond it, a sea of expectant faces. Public speaking had always been my nightmare. It made me feel exposed, vulnerable, judged. But this time was different. This time I had something important to share, a message that resonated deep within my soul. I took a deep breath and began to speak, my voice trembling at first, then gaining strength with each word. That day, I confronted my fear and discovered something incredible. On the other side of fear, I found my voice, my purpose, my power. And in that moment, I knew that I could face anything. Fear is a powerful emotion, a primal instinct designed to protect us from harm. It triggers our fight-or-flight response, preparing our bodies to either confront or escape from danger. This reaction has been crucial for our survival since the dawn of humanity. It's a natural response to perceived threats, both real and imagined. Our brains are wired to detect danger even when it's not immediately present. This can sometimes lead to overreactions, where our minds create scenarios that amplify our fears. But sometimes, fear can hold us back, trapping us in a cycle of worry and doubt. It can prevent us from taking risks, trying new things, or stepping out of our comfort zones. This self-imposed prison can limit our potential and keep us from achieving our goals. Anxiety is fear's close companion. It's that persistent feeling of unease, often without a clear cause. While fear is a response to an immediate threat, anxiety is more about anticipating future threats, real or imagined. It's that nagging voice in the back of our minds, whispering worst-case scenarios, keeping us up at night, filling our days with unease. This constant state of alertness can be exhausting, draining our energy and affecting our overall well-being. It can leave us feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, and paralyzed by indecision. The weight of anxiety can make even the simplest tasks seem insurmountable, leading to a sense of helplessness and frustration. We all experience fear and anxiety at some point in our lives. It's a normal part of the human experience. These emotions can serve as important signals, alerting us to potential dangers or challenges that need our attention. It's a normal part of the human experience. However, when these feelings become overwhelming and start to interfere with our daily lives, it's crucial to address them. Understanding the root causes of our fears and anxieties can help us manage them more effectively. But when fear and anxiety begin to control our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, it's time to take back the reins. By seeking support, practicing mindfulness, and challenging our negative thoughts, we can break free from the chains of fear and reclaim our lives. Fear wears many masks. It can be a master of disguise, blending into the background of our daily lives, often unnoticed until it strikes. It lurks in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce, to remind us of our vulnerabilities and insecurities. For some, it's the fear of failure, the crippling self-doubt that prevents us from pursuing our dreams. This fear can paralyze us, making us question our abilities and worth. It whispers that we are not good enough, that our efforts will be in vain, and that we should not even try. For others, it's the fear of rejection, the agonizing anticipation of disapproval that keeps us from forming meaningful connections. This fear can isolate us, making us feel unworthy of love and acceptance. It convinces us that we are better off alone, that reaching out will only lead to pain and disappointment. Social anxiety can make even the simplest interactions feel daunting. The fear of being judged or misunderstood can turn everyday encounters into overwhelming challenges. It can make us avoid social situations altogether, robbing us of the joy of human connection. The fear of public speaking can silence our voices, preventing us from sharing our gifts with the world. This fear can make our hearts race and our palms sweat, convincing us that we are not capable of standing in the spotlight. It can keep us from expressing our ideas and passions, leaving our potential untapped. And the fear of the unknown can keep us stuck in our comfort zones, afraid to step outside the familiar. This fear can make us cling to what is safe and predictable, even if it means missing out on new opportunities and experiences. It can make us resist change, holding us back from growth and transformation. But no matter what form it takes, fear feeds on our insecurities, whispering lies that keep us small and afraid. It tells us that we are not strong enough, not brave enough, not worthy enough. It thrives on our doubts and magnifies our weaknesses, making us believe that we are powerless. It's time to challenge those lies, to confront our fears head-on, and to reclaim our lives. We must recognize fear for what it is, a barrier that can be overcome. By facing our fears, we can break free from their grip and step into our true potential. We can find the courage to pursue our dreams, to connect with others, and to embrace the unknown. The journey may be difficult, but the rewards are worth it. It's time to take that first step, to believe in ourselves, and to live fearlessly. The first step to overcoming fear is to acknowledge its presence. What are we afraid of? Why does it frighten us? Once we identify our fears, we can begin to understand them. Often, our fears stem from past experiences, negative beliefs, or limiting self-talk. We may have been hurt, rejected, or disappointed in the past, and those experiences can shape our perceptions of the present and the future. But we are not defined by our pasts. We have the power to choose how we respond to fear, to challenge our negative beliefs, and to rewrite our internal narratives. Section 5. The power of breath. Breathing is an automatic process, something we often take for granted. Yet, it holds incredible power over our physical and mental well-being. When fear takes hold, our bodies go into fight or flight mode. This is a natural response designed to protect us from danger, but it can be overwhelming. Our heart rate and breathing increase, our muscles tense, and our minds race. This heightened state of alertness can be exhausting if it persists for too long. In these moments, it's essential to find a way to calm our nervous systems. Meditation and mindfulness practices can be incredibly beneficial. One of the simplest and most effective ways to do this is through our breath. Deep breathing can act as a natural tranquilizer for the nervous system. Taking slow, deep breaths can help to regulate our heart rate, lower our blood pressure, and quiet our minds. This practice can bring immediate relief. Try practicing deep breathing exercises regularly, especially when you're feeling anxious or stressed. Consistency is key to reaping the full benefits. Inhale slowly and deeply through your nose, filling your lungs with air. Feel your abdomen expand as you draw in the breath. Hold your breath for a few seconds, then exhale slowly and completely through your mouth. Notice the sensation of relaxation that follows. By incorporating these breathing techniques into your daily routine, you can cultivate a sense of peace and resilience. Remember, the power of breath is always within you. Section 6. Rewriting our stories. Our thoughts shape our reality. If we constantly tell ourselves that we're not good enough, smart enough, or brave enough, we'll start to believe it. But the opposite is also true. We can choose to challenge our negative self-talk and replace it with positive affirmations. Instead of focusing on our fears and weaknesses, we can focus on our strengths, accomplishments, and potential. It takes time and practice to rewire our thought patterns, but with consistent effort, we can train our minds to see the world through a more optimistic and empowering lens. Section 7. Embracing imperfection. One of the biggest obstacles to overcoming fear is the fear of failure itself. We may be afraid to try new things, to take risks, or to put ourselves out there because we're afraid of making mistakes or looking foolish. But failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone on the path to growth and achievement. Every mistake, every setback, every obstacle we overcome teaches us something valuable and makes us more resilient. Instead of striving for perfection, let's embrace imperfection. Let's give ourselves permission to make mistakes, to learn from our experiences, and to keep moving forward, one step at a time. Section 8. Finding our courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It's taking that first step, even when our legs are shaking, our hearts are pounding, and our minds are screaming at us to turn back. Courage is not a trait that some people are born with and others are not. It's a muscle that we develop through practice and repetition. The more we face our fears, the stronger our courage becomes, and as we step outside our comfort zones and challenge ourselves to grow, we discover hidden reserves of strength, resilience, and determination that we never knew we possessed. Section 9. A journey of freedom. Overcoming fear and anxiety is not a destination, it's a journey. There will be ups and downs, twists and turns, moments of doubt and moments of triumph, but the journey itself is where we discover our true potential. So let's be kind to ourselves along the way. Let's celebrate our victories, no matter how small, and let's never give up on ourselves, our dreams, or our capacity for growth and transformation. The world needs your unique voice, your talents, and your contributions. Don't let fear silence you. Step into your power and embrace the extraordinary life that awaits you.